What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I want to show and share with you guys is like how you can grow dragon fruit from seed from the dragon fruit that you bought from the store. And I have here is a red and also the yellow variety. So all of this method works for all of them. So it's nothing really difficult. It's pretty easy and simple. So without further ado, what you're gonna need is that a metal strainer. If you don't have one, that's okay. And then just a knife and just open all this up. Alright, so now we're gonna open up the dragon fruit. It doesn't matter how you open this. So this is the red variety. So we're gonna open this up first. Check that out. It's a beautiful color right there. So here's a yellow, which is white inside. So there. So now is that what you need is you're gonna get a strainer, right? And then put all this aside. Put one bowl here and get a cup of water or a bowl of water and then put a strainer resting on it. And basically you just need a scoop of the flesh of the dragon fruit, okay? And just dump it in, and you can use your hand or just use a spoon and just mush it up like that till like things start dripping. So when you do this, try not to mush it so hard or else the seed will deteriorate or shatter and turn to powder. In this case, I kind of press it too hard. If you listen to how much the grinding is, the spoon against the strainer, and you will see here, right here, see all the seed basically turn all powdery. So basically I have to do this whole thing again later on, and you will see there are seed that will pass through the strainer and fall into the cup of water. And the reason we're doing this is that we're trying to get the pulps out, so that way when we plant this into the soil it will not rot or introducing mold. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing for the yellow dragon fruit. If you notice here that the yellow dragon fruit, the seed is way bigger. It's like 10 times the size of the red or the white one. So as you can see here, the seed is very big and nothing got through the net strainer. Alright, so once that's done, you just want to scoop that up and put it into the cup of water. So now what's next is that you want to strain it out so that the seed will be clean and you don't have any like pulps in there. Alright, so for the red or the purple dragon fruit is that you just want to try to pour this thing out a little bit and try to strain the rest of the seed. Alright, so that's what you're gonna have. So it's best to get the pulp out as much as possible to prevent rotting and mold build up. Now what you want is just get a pot of soil and then just basically dressing or pour it into the pot. And then just spread it out. Once you just put the seed in, you just want to mix up the soil to cover up the seed. And we're going to do the same thing with the yellow dragon fruit. Just put the seed in the soil, then cover it up. So after you put the seed in the soil, right, you want to give it a good soak to make sure the soil is moist. Alright. So just water it really well. And if you're doing this in the summer, just leave it outside in the shade. It's fine. If you're doing this in the winter, I recommend getting a heat mat, right? I got this for like 10 bucks on Amazon. The link is in the description below if you guys are interested. And this heat mat is pretty convenient. So what it do is that you just plug it in and it draw around like, I think like 18 or 17 watt. And Here, this thing is right here. It will keep the temperature around like 70 to 85 degrees on the heat mat. If you guys don't have a heat mat, it's fine. So I'm doing this thing in the winter. So I want to get the seed process to germinate quicker. So I'm using a heat mat. And if you don't, just leave it in a warm place where there's light on it. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys next is the stage of the seedling. So before we do that, if you guys please check out the merch website. I recently posted up some merch. The pomegranate hats right here that I'm wearing is on there. And if you guys want some t-shirt, it's on there as well, and some sweatpants and mugs, all the stuff like that. And also on my Etsy website, I also post up some plants on there. And if you guys want to buy some plant that from me, just let me know and I can post it up there. So after 1 week, you should start to see some seedling pushing out like this. And this is the red dragon fruit. And this is the yellow dragon fruit right here. And as you can see, the stem of the seedling is a little bit thicker. Alright, so here I have two pots right here. So one of this is the red dragon fruit right here. And then this is the yellow dragon fruit. As you can see the difference right there. One is more smaller and the other one is bigger. So because of the yellow dragon fruit seed, right, they are bigger, and that's why the plant is more, the leaf is a little bit more larger. Okay, so right here is another dragon fruit right here. This is a couple months old right here. So here, this is a year or so. Alright, so I know there's gonna be a question. It's like, okay, so how long is it gonna take to bear fruit if you grow from seed? So from my research and what I see is that people say it can grow from like, they get fruit from like 2 years to 5 years. Right, so I'm gonna go with like 5 years within our condition in the US, right? So if you're in the Southeast Asia, right, you have like perfect condition for growing, and the plant is continue to grow like all year long. So yes, you can get to like the second year, and then you fertilize it and then give it good soil, and you have all the time to grow, you know? So it's possible to get the 2 years, but I'm gonna give it in average around 5 years in the US condition. So, and it's kind of like citrus, right? And some people say citrus you can grow from like from seed to fruit, like from 4 to 10 years, and some may not even fruit at all. So it's all depend on the condition. So, but don't let that discourage you, right? So if you are living in a place that you can't have access to a cutting, so the best way you can do is to grow from seed and give it a shot and just take care of it. Alright, so my plan here is I'm doing an experiment. I'm going to grow all this thing in ground. And I live in Northern Virginia, zone 7. I have a perfect spot. I did some experiment a few years back with a dragon fruit, and I was able to get fruit. And that was in a container. And I left it outside in a greenhouse, and no heat greenhouse. So I'm confident that I can grow all this in ground with some protection against my house. So make sure to subscribe and follow me to see that project. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. That's how you germinate dragon fruit from seed. And it's pretty simple in my opinion. All you need is like warm place to germinate it and keep your water moist, and then just keep taking care of it. And you gotta fertilize it and feed it because you wanna grow it fast as possible so that way you can get fruit. So make sure to subscribe and follow me on my journey on how I'm going to grow this whole dragon fruit project in the ground in zone 7. And I'm going to show you guys how to induce the dragon fruit or the dragon plant to get fruit and flower and all that. And also make sure to check out the merch as well. So I really thank you guys so much for watching this, and follow my channel. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.